Hi guys, how are you tonight? It's December 2022 release night. So exciting. So much fun stuff. Hi. Hi Dawn and Sarah. Can you guys see me? I can see you see me, but can you hear me? Can you hear me out there in the world? Hello. Hi. Guys, welcome. It's our December 2022 release. I know, Dawn, I'm so super excited. I can barely stand it. All right. So we are using the top of my desk in my video little annex room at my house instead of my glass mat. Matt wanted to try out. Excuse me. So I do have a cough. Please forgive me. We're doing well. We actually just got back 2 days ago from Florida. We went to visit our youngest, Sydney, who works at Disney World. And my sister and her kids drove up. So that was like super fun. Just got the notification. Yay! I'm so glad. It's so hard for us, guys. We try to get you the notifications every single time we go live. And I'm going to admit it. There are just times that I have to just shake my head, throw my hands up, and say, okay, Sarah and Jen, figure it out. I'm going over here and I don't know, prototype or something, right? Thank you guys. Well, I am super excited. Hello from Australia. Hi, Denise. So let me tell you, guys, Jen's going to be moderating from England. So whenever I show products, she'll drop links in. We do have some bundles, okay? I don't have, so what we started doing is taking some of our products that go together each month and making bundles of them and giving you a 10% off discount. So you might want to wait till after we finish with the reveal to go purchase things, because that way if you put something in your cart and check it out, then you might go back and go, oh, I promise we won't run out tonight. We won't. And if we do, we won't. Don't worry. It'll be good. We'll be good. So the 10% bundles are things that I personally think go together. So when I go on the website and put them together and then give you a 10% discount. If you do, we free shipping, of course, on a certain amount purchased. And then if you purchase the entire release, you get a 15% discount and a free gift and free shipping. So, and I don't usually pick the gifts out. My mother-in-law does, because she runs the warehouse. So, she's a good gift giver, I can tell you that for sure. I've seen the gifts that she gives. So these are all of Sarah's cards. Sarah's our design team leader. Jen's going to be on tonight. Jen is our social media guru manager. And my name is Nicole Peterson. And welcome to Picket Studios. We are a stamp, die, sequence, let me see, yes, it's stamp, die, sequence, mixed media, embellishment company in South Louisiana. My name is Nicole Peterson. I'm the owner and designer. Sometimes I get to come on and say hello to you guys. I do have a little cough tonight, so please excuse me if I do cough. And I'm so glad there's so many of you here. This is a really good release. So now December, we go light on our release every year because, everyone has other things that they're doing. So I always like December to be our good basics month, meaning that we come out with items that are the things you're going to reach for in your stash all the time. Excuse me. So we do have, it's a shorter live tonight. However, guys, remember, you have those bundles that are in there. And I haven't been saying that a lot. I keep forgetting that if you do look at the bundles, that's 10% off for our customers, only on our site. And yes, it's small, but Sarah just loves all the good releases. I know. So bundles are 10% off, and they're good for, they're like the bundles for this release last for 1 month, and then they disappear. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, sometimes there's a stamp that I make totally because I was being selfish and just needed a stamp, needed it. And that's what this one is right here. So this is called Flow of Hearts, and it is a seamless stamp. And the design inside of it has hollow heart, so they're hollow, and then some of them, the tiny little ones, are solid. So this is one of those stamps that work really well, obviously as a background, but also you can use it for little girls, Valentine's Day. You can use it with gnomes. I've seen people use hearts at Christmas. This is just a really it's a good filler, I guess you could say. I'm excited about this one. Now, I purposely designed it because last time we did a heart seamless stamp, the hearts were larger and they were solid. And sometimes, you have to double stamp stuff when they're solid images. However, I did not want to have you guys do that because it's a seamless stamp. So this time I made the hearts hollow. So when you stamp it, the seamless stamp, it repeats over and over in all directions. You don't have to worry about the solid images. You'll have that cute little heart right there. And sometimes a heart is all you need. So this is called Flow of Hearts, and it is a seamless design. We have tons and tons and tons of videos, guys, that show you what to do with seamless stamps. And I will be back tomorrow night. You never know what I'm going to do. So here's another stamp, another good basic stamp. So we've started putting these out where they're a larger 6x6 background, and it's called Oh Baby Baby. Now, just to let you know, we did just have a new grandbaby. Yes, she is about 2 weeks old. Her name is Willow Jane. Totally obsessed with her name. I love trees. Anything with nature. So anyway, when I was working on this a couple of months ago, it was named because we were having a baby coming soon, and I was all on about babies. So this is the alphabet, and it's a very, it's a solid, nice, it's a nicely distressed, solid font, if that makes any sense, okay? Because it is a little distressed. However, it's also solid. So you're going to get a great impression. Thank you, guys. And I went ahead and I did this as a 6x6. Now, if you wanted to consider this seamless, because the letters do not cut off, you can stamp it once, and then if you wanted to, stamp it again. But this is 6x6, so it's pretty big. But if you wanted to turn this into slimline, very, very simple. Because you would just stamp it once, right? Stamp it once, and then take it and just move your cardstock down in your MISTI and stamp it again. So that's what's great about this type of stamp. Even though technically it's not seamless, it still is going to work in our seamless manner that we rely on with our seamless stamps. So it was all about Oh Baby Baby, and I just wanted a really good filler stamp that would allow us, because sometimes you just need something. Also, I think of spring, babies, this could be school, this could be fall, this, it's an alphabet. If you even wanted to stamp it and then cut it up, you could actually just cut it up and use it for little letters if you really wanted some letters that were that little. You could do that, right? Yeah. All right, then we have a continuation. If you remember in Halloween, I'm hiding this one because in Halloween, we came up with our first one like this. And it was called Witch Crafts, WITCHCRAFTS. And it was a witch crafts store, right? Well, this month you have a play also on a store, and this is called The Bookshop. Now, this does not have a die that matches it because it is perfectly shaped to fill in an A2 stamp, A2 front, or you could fill it with A2 6x6, 5x7, and slimline. I personally am. I haven't been able to color this yet. However, I want to work on. We have a surprise coming very soon. Something with 5x7 that you guys have been asking about, and I definitely am going to use this on this secret die. That, if I'm correct, is delivered on Monday. So it will be in February release. But it might have something to do with the new shaker size that y'all been asking about. This right here, baby, is all over that. So we know we all love books. And I, as a former teacher, I'm such a reader. So let me I know you don't like things to be read to you, but let me just read you some of these because I just thought they were funny. So you are a real page turner. a real page turner in my book. You can find me somewhere between romance and thrillers. Books, coffee, family, life. The next time something goes wrong in life, just yell plot twist and run. That was from my sister. She loves that saying. Yes. This book is for you. Isn't that funny? Thank you for sharing. Isn't that great? Somebody, if you borrow a book from somebody, you can make them a cute little card and say thanks for sharing your book. We are all about drama here. How fun is that, right? I love books and you. This is great for a bookmark. I made a bookmark for my daughter the other day. And I just pulled out something I had colored and hadn't finished it and made her a quick little bookmark. But then I thought, wow, the bookshop would make a really good bookmark, plus cards, of course. And my favorite sentiment on this one is called Drama in Books is Completely Acceptable and Even Encouraged. There you go. A book a day helps keep reality away. So, I'm a big book reader. So we will have more like this, these fun play on shops. Now, you can see here they even give away free books and coffee is served all day long. And this is called the Bookshop. It doesn't have a die because honestly, this is more of a stamp and color. Now, I would suggest if you want to watercolor it, stamp it in black and then stamp it again in sticky ink and then put clear embossing on top, and that'll help keep some of your lines easier to color. If not, stamp it, use your Copics, use your watercolors, pencil colors. Don't even color it if you want to. I mean, you could literally just stamp this and turn it to a shaker card. I mean, it is a super, super fun thing to make. All right, so it's called The Bookshop. All right, next we have another 6x6. This one also does not have a die because it doesn't need one, okay? This is a sun. And if you can see, this is the base of the sun. The stamp is actually curved right here, the stamp to allow another sentiment to fit. So this is a similar stamp. We had one earlier in the year that was a rainbow. We had tons and tons of fun with that one. So this time I did it in a sun. And there were lots of really great cards that came out from the design team with this. And it does have 4 sentiments. You make my world sunny. I miss you like the sun misses the moon. You are the brightest part of my life, and my world revolves around you. So it's a big sun. So you can use this with anything. It technically has no theme, right? As you pretty much stamp it and do whatever. You can either stamp it and then put your bookstore in front of it if you wanted to. You could mask that off. I mean, truly anything. I know one of the girls turned it sideways and had it come out. She put one of our BFF girls right here and then had it coming sideways. So cute. Simple, easy. And then Jen did one where she used a whole bunch of yellow ink and then she put tons of sequins on top of it and gems and made it like really glitzed up. But again, this month is all about basics. We wanted to put some stuff out this month that you would reach for all year, this coming year. All right, that's it for stamps. We literally only have 4 stamps this month. I know, surprising, right? Then we have a new little die cut, and it is called A Little Note. I tend to send a lot of cards that are just about everyday stuff. Doesn't necessarily have to be your birthday. Actually, I might miss your birthday, but remember to send you a card middle of May for no reason. That's just how I am. So this is called A Little Note. And it's 3 words. So A is a word by itself, little and note. So the word little, all the letters are connected. It looks just like itself. Little, all the letters are connected. And note, all the letters are connected. And then it has a shadow. So what's great about not connecting the 3 words together is you can use them vertical or horizontal or however way you want it to be, right? Yeah, definitely. So this is called A Little Note. It is a standalone die. It does have a shadow with it. And then here we have, this has been, I know, thanks guys. So right here, by the way, if I'm not saying your name when you're talking to me, it's because you have to give Facebook permission to say your name because I'm using StreamYard. So you look somewhere in the right-hand corner or something, somewhere around there. There's a button you push, and it'll give StreamYard permission to show your name on my feed. Then I can see who you are, like Denise. So here we have nesting ring dies. So guys, this is a 4 set of rings, and you can imagine spring is coming up. So hi, Brandy. So you'll see that I had a lot of the cards the design team members made. They Claudia actually used this as I guess you could say a shape, if you will, and she made this really fun shaker card with it. Lots of fun things. A lot of them also use this as a wreath base to go along with our new layering flora, leaves, and twigs dies. So it's kind of just a fun little thing that happened this month, that the nesting rings were released with this fun flora, leaves, and twigs dies. So right here, yes, they're very fun. So right here you see how well they go together. And if you remember last month, we also had the blooming blossoms, layering flora, blooming blossoms. Oh wait, Sarah has them on her card. This. So this is Sarah's card that she did this month. So right here you see she used the twigs and leaves, and then these are the layering, the flowers are the layering blossoms from last month. So you see how well they work together. So nested rings, you can use them to make wreaths. You can use them by yourself. You can use them to make shaker cards. And then the wreaths are really fun. They give you, some of them will give you a little indentation for like a like almost like, not a shadow, but a highlight, if you will, inside of the twigs. And they're priced very well. When I was pricing them, I thought that's a really good price. And when I figured it out, very versatile, yes. And then, especially with the nesting rings, it goes well together. Then we have something that we've never had before. So here, these are called, one is A2, okay? A2 pierced blanket cover plate die. And this does pierce your paper, but it doesn't, it's not going to hurt you or anything if you rub your hand over it. So we have it in slimline and we have it in A2. Now, this is amazing. These type of dies, I've always loved when other companies put them out. I just have never done any myself, but I thought it was time to give it a try and see how we would like them within our collection. And I can say the design team really liked them. They worked very well. It's a very classic design. Yes, so it worked very well with the nesting rings and with the florals and the flowers from last month. And then a little note. It all just kind of flows together to give you some really fun cards. Yes. So we will be having more standalone dies coming out. We're not going to stop doing anything else. We're just adding more to the collection, as always. So here you have this in a slim line, and then here you have it in an A2. And it does cut. See, it has an outer line. So it cuts your whole card for an A2, and it pierces it at the same time, right? Yes, texture. What I like about things like this is, embossing folders are great. They put a lot of texture on your cards. However, sometimes that texture and that raisedness of an embossing folder can just get flattened in the mail, basically. And dies like this that actually pierce the paper, that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Right. It doesn't happen because this is going to pierce your paper and leave the impression there. And you can see, this is one of Sarah's cards. There we go. Can y'all see that? It's just enough to give you a light background. Isn't that beautiful? And it would be great if you ink blended across it. However, here Sarah used it as her simple background and then built up a little bouquet, if you will, and added a sentiment. Very, very fun. This would be great for a wedding also. This is a great wedding card, Sarah, actually, now that I'm thinking of it, because it's just simple, classic, plain, lets the beauty of it stand out, not too much. So we have that in A2 and slimline. This reminds me, I don't know what, something's percolating in my brain with this pattern. I don't know what it is, but there's something that's percolating in my brain that this reminds me of. I haven't figured it out yet. I think I'd figure it out eventually, but maybe not. Okay, then let's talk about stencils. So we have 9 stencils this month. 9 stencils. Is that not insane? Absolutely. But you guys have been asking for something, so we're going to give it to you, right? Isn't that the best part? So we have decided to come out with, so we've already had 6x6. So this stencil is called Trapezoid Spiral 6x6. This looks great as a basket. Okay, guys? Great. Some browns on this with some florals put on top, because it's not just like one design. It's actually one design that's inside another one. So it's actually 6 different designs that just kind of repeat itself within each other. But it's great for baskets. Okay, I know the design team used it as a background for some flowers, but when I was working on this, I really truly thought basket weaving, because to me it looks like the side of a basket. So browns would be, yes, and argyle. Yep, I agree. And you know what else would be great with this? Using one of our circle stencils, put that circle stencil on top of this, or put the circle stencil underneath of this, and totally turns it into something else as well. So we have 6x6, and we have 6x8. How do you like that? What do you guys think? 6x8. I know a lot of you have been begging, get emails all the time asking for a larger stamp size than 6x6. Everybody loves our slimline. We're not stopping slimline. I'm gonna be honest, I probably use slimline the most. I love slimline cards. They're never gonna, to me, it's not a trend. It's here to stay. Anyway, yes, it does look like a kaleidoscope. So we have 3 sizes this month of all 3 of our designs. So this is the 6x8, and I'm going to say it's going to be about the same size of design, okay, guys? However, that's very difficult to do when you're talking about stencils that are completely different in size. Do you see how we have here? You have a square, right? The 6x6, and then the 6x8, you're adding 2 inches, but you're only adding it vertically. It's not horizontal. So you have to be very, very careful so the size of the design doesn't get warped when you're doing that. So the sizes are very close to each other. I'm looking at it now, and I truly couldn't tell you which one of them had a teeny tiny little bit smaller pattern than the other one. It's just the way it works. And then when you come to the slim line, you take off some here, and then you make it larger. It's just, yeah. So they have 3, and this is called trapezoid. Let me say it right. Trapezoid Spiral. 6x6, 6x8, which 6x8's my 5x7 people. There you go. And then here we have, of course, our slimline that we're not going to discontinue. Don't worry about that. I'm not getting rid of anything. Now here we have, this is when you talk about classics. Here's a great one for you. A whole lot of polka dots. How about that? Thanks, guys. So here we have, guys, I'm so like a polka dot girl. Minnie Mouse, I'm all over Minnie Mouse. She's just, her and her polka dots and her bows and her heels. I'm so that girl. So here it's a very nice piece of plastic. It's nice and thick, and all my design team members were very happy with the size of the dots, and because you're able to use the dots with a lot of mixed media products. Sometimes polka dots can be too small, or sometimes they're too close to each other, and it makes it difficult to smear or to press over the mixed media product. I saw a lot of ink blending with these. I saw a lot of layering with these polka dots. Oh yeah, Leanne, totally. Polka dots all about the world. So we have 6x6, 6x8, and slimline. Okay, so we have all 3 sizes of them. I can't promise that we're going to, no, the 6x8 is something new. We're trying it out. If it works, I'll continue doing 3 sizes of the stencils every month. If one becomes, if it's not popular, then it might be something that comes out sometimes, a 6x8, and not every month. Yes. So we'll see. I'm not promising the 6x8 is going to be here forever. We're testing the waters, right? Testing the waters. Then we have this stencil. I was a little concerned about this stencil because now I'm all about flowers and polka dots. Excuse me. However, sometimes I worry that a pattern can be too simple. You know what I mean? Like when you make something and you look at it and you go, oh, yeah, but is that not just too simple? Simple of a pattern? Oh, my goodness. I could be honest. Sarah, like, pulled this pattern off like no one's business. And so did, was it Brenda, Sarah? Well, everyone did such a great job in my design team. I love all of them. But there were two cards that really stood out to me this month, and one of them was Sarah's. Look at this beautifulness. Look at this. This is paper glaze, guys. We all say, oh, we're going to do a rainbow with our paper glaze. This, when she showed me this card, I literally almost fell out my chair. It is gorgeous. I hope the light's picking it up. You see how she starts from like a pink and then goes into orange and yellow and green and blues. And she even mixed a little bit of jade in there and then goes down to purple. Is that not cute as can be? Oh yeah, it is just, and then she used the new yellow and green, blues, and purple sequence. Good job, Sarah. Really good job. Um, it's unfortunate. Sarah sends me her cards every month. My whole design team, they do great cards, guys. But Sarah's the one that's always, I get to actually see and feel those. So I don't mean to leave anybody else out. So that's how great this pattern, this simple little flower, it's almost like a clover flower. It's just, it's a nothing. You know, when I was working on it, because I like little simple patterns just as much as I like something like this. You know, these are totally opposite if you ask me. This, if you look at these two stencils, to me, these are two different styles. Or it could be two different styles. What's great about this could lean towards being very graphic, a basket, or very masculine. But then again, Jen made a card with this trapezoid in the slimline version, and she used flowers on top of it. I mean, you know, and then here you have a flower that's obviously very spring, very girly, but still very basic and works in your collection. And that's all about what I'm about. I want everything to work together. So when you're flipping through your products and you pull out a stamp from 5 years ago and you say, hold on a minute. Wait, I got that new polka dot stencil that's going to work great with this. That's what it's all about for me. Fun finds, working with what you have, and going from there. So this is called Petals, simply Petals. And we have the 6x6, 6x8, which is 2 inches larger. So if you're interested in 5x7 cards, you would want the 6x8. And then we have the slimline design. Okay, now our slimline are 4x10, and that's because it needs, I always want to have that little extra that goes over. Our slimline cards are 8.5 by 3.5. But some slimline cards from some companies, they do 9x4. So this right here will give you either whatever size you use. It's also great for the mini slimline. All right. So what do we have left for me to show you guys? We have cards, but before cards, let's look at our sequence. So we have 3 new sequence mixes. Now, if you remember last month, we released the sequence mixes that we released were all about the blues, all about the greens, and all about Galaxy. This month, I did all about the yellows. So as you can see, I love my little, my new little desk doodad here. It really gets it close to the camera. So this is all about the yellows, and you're going to have some muted yellow sequence. You're going to have some metallic, some holographic, all different types and sizes in here to get your yellow on, right? And look how awesome that will be. Obviously, I mean, it would look, I know Sarah used them on this petal right here. See how this one is like a an opaque sequence is in matte, and then here is, this is like a 4mm and this metallic. So that's, you know, it's all different sizes, different shapes, and different types. Whenever I get in there and start mixing sequence, it's almost like you better run out, get out my way, because sometimes my husband will tell me, Nicole, it's been 4 hours. Can we please stop now? I'm like, no, I'm on a roll. So he does have to help me because they get very heavy after you mix them for a while. So this is called All About the Yellows. Then we have All About the Pinks. Now I love how these pinks came out because these are a true girl pink. They're not yellow. They're not, I mean yellow. They're not peach, and they're not that what I call that new pink that my children like. Um, and what sometimes I find Target puts out a little bit. Am I frozen? This is a true pink. Okay, guys? Pink. Not hot pink. I mean, well, the hot pink. Not, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know how to describe it. But there's that pink that you can find sometimes at stores and kids' clothes. And they call it pink, but it's really not pink. It's like an orange pink. That's not what this is. They have opaque sequins in here that are like a matte finish. And then you can have some shinier ones, some that are like iridescent. And then you're going, yes, it's a pink princess, not blush pink. That's what I'm talking about though, Sarah. There's this pink that it's an orange pink. You see it all like, especially at Target and Walmart and the little girls' clothes. It's not pink, what used to be, what I called pink as a kid. But this is called All About the Pinks. And then we have All About the Purples, because some of us at PFS love the color purple. I'm not allowed to say anything else, but here's your purples. And this too, they have many different mixes of sizes. You actually even have some flat, matte, opaque sequins in the purples, as well as cut. And you're going to have some larger 6mm, 5mm. There's 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6mm in all three different baby pink. Yes. So this is all about the purples. And if you want to see again, here we have, Sarah used some down here. Okay, so let me show you. I got one more thing to show you, and then I'm going to show you cards. Okay, so we only have 3 compacts this month. Don't worry, I'll go back after them and pluck them all out. But I wanted to show you, we have an embellishment jar this month. You guys are just been loving these embellishment jars. So right here, this is called flower beds. So when I mixed this one up, if you can see, let me bring it even closer. Is that good? So when I made this one, I started off with these little like rose clay pieces. And then I had one bag left of my fun little petaled sequence. From there, I started adding green. This is just such a great red green. Oh, I love the color orange, girl. I love orange. And from there, it just kind of grew. And it ended up where I even put some lips in here, some little clay lips, because I just think that for Valentine's Day, if you picked out the lips and the red flowers, like took out the green and just put the red flowers and the lips, that would make such a cute card. Just the little lips with the little flowers, or you could just use it all as it is, but you could also put the roses in there. It's just fun. I thought this was a great color combination that we could use throughout the spring. I'm weird. You are weird, but we love you anyway. Hey, I love the color orange. I know I'm weird, but and it also has teeny tiny little pieces of clay in it to kind of make it look like grass. So they're super fun. Very, very fun embellishment jar. All right, so now I'm going to show you all the cards that Sarah sent this month, so I can show you all the goodness. So here we have, you've seen this one. Here we have I can read to you what's on the back. This is the Petals Slimline Stencil Cheers Word Die, which is not new. If you're interested in this Cheers and you've bought stuff from us before, go look in your stash first, because you might own this Cheers die. It's probably at least 3 years old. And then also Paper Glaze she used, peony pink, daffodil yellow, leaf green, cornflower blue, and agapanthus purple. If you guys are interested in the colors that she used, just put a comment in our group or email us, and we can tell you the exact colors of paper glaze that she used. Then we have this. Look at this card. I love this card. So you know what stamp this is, right? This is meant to be a sun. This is this stamp, okay? So here you go. You have this stamp here. And what did Miss Sarah do? Instead of just using it like the sun, in spring or something, she turned it into the sun peeking up, but the earth. Is that not beautiful? Sometimes when Sarah does her blending, it's like she's painting with the blending brushes instead of just blending with them. It's gorgeous. When I opened the box of from Sarah, my husband was in the kitchen with me, and I said, "Come see, you got to see this card." He's like, "Nicole, I know what your cards look like." He's a guy. I'm like, "No, look at this." And he goes, "Oh, that is cool. What was that? What it was supposed to be?" So really, really great card. How she turned something that was simple like this, and just this. Did you mask this off, Sarah, to get this perfect? Well, the stamp itself is curved. So she might have just used the line of the stamp as her guide. She'll have to tell us. Okay. Then she used the layering flora, leaves, and twigs die. And guys, look how many of these. And you get 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 of them. This one doesn't have, but you get a larger one and a smaller one. And I like that. If you notice anything that comes with me, most of the time, I always have a larger one and a smaller one. And I'll reverse one of them where you have a larger one pointing to the left and then the smaller one pointing to the right. Well, that's what Sarah did here. And she chose, did she ink blend this? No, I think this is cardstock that she die cut cardstock out of her colors with the dies. And she used back here, this is the polka dot. This is the polka dot stencil. Like, what does she use? Because she always says that. I just forget to look. She used Arctic Fox. So what she used to make her polka dots is the Arctic Fox Luxe. Paper Glaze Luxe Arctic Fox, which she told me she needed a new jar. I just stamped it on a separate piece of paper to make a stamp. There you go. Thanks, Sarah. So, and this is the Hello There die that was from last month or the month before. I'm not sure. And then Sarah loves this HB2U. She's always telling me to make more of these large sizes. So here she used the turquoise jewelry paper glaze luxe. This is the trapezoid spiral. I don't know if it's a 6x8 or if it probably is the 6x6. And then she die cut a circle and then went ahead. Did you die cut the circle and then you see how it has the piercing in it? Then put the piercing, or did you do the piercing and then you die cut the circle? We got to know. But this is gorgeous. This is such a fun card. This is a great card for a guy. Even though there's some sequins on this little bit of orange that she added to this on top of this gold totally makes this a boy card, even though it has all this luxe and sequins on it. It's a good job. Really nice card. Circle first, then you did the piercing. So here she die cut a circle, and then after that she put the circle back through the die cut machine using the Pierce blanket die. Yes, good job. Okay, now I'm losing. Oh, here we go. Okay, now look at this one. I knew Sarah was going to be all over this. Sarah sometimes helps me decide what I'm going to release. So here we have the bookshop. Absolutely gorgeous. And she did no line coloring with pencil colors. So check out that card. Who would not want to receive this card, right? Isn't that gorgeous? So much fun. And I know sometimes it might seem intimidating to color a scene like this, but if you just if you look at it, it's not as it's much easier, believe it or not, than coloring a kid's coloring page. And what I mean by that is you're just coloring some trees, right? You got awning. I mean, pick out 4 or 5 colors. Make sure one of them is green. You don't even, if you wanted to, you could add some grass across the bottom with some die cuts. It's really not that hard to color. And that's why I didn't create a die with it, because you don't need a die. Because all you do with this stamp is take it and stamp it on your paper, like Sarah did here. This is this is a 1 layer card. I mean, that's it. Look, she colored literally on her card fronts. That's what these types of stamps are for you to stamp and then move on. All right, so there's her beautiful The Bookshop. And then I've already showed you this one, but I will show you again. Here is her flower that she used, the 5x7 blanket. What is it called? Sorry. The A2 Pierce Blanket Cover Plate Die. That's the name, right? A2 Pierce Blanket Cover Plate Die. And look how gorgeous that is. And remember, it cuts perfectly. It also cuts a perfect A2 card for you. So you don't have to worry about going back and cutting it perfectly to be the right size and then having to worry about getting it lined up. It's all done for you because the outside of the die cuts and the inside of it does the piercing. I hope you guys can see that. And then there you go. There's Sarah's beautiful little buildup of her flowers. And I did put a bundle this month. If you did not happen to grab the flowers that she used on this card, I did make a bundle with the layering leaves, the layering blossom dies, which I write here, maybe. That's a miracle. Okay, so these are the dies from last month that came out that are called Layering Flora Blooming Blossom Dies. So this right here, all of this plays very, very well together. Okay, so you have these flowers that build upon each other. So a small one, a medium, and a large. So you can build your flowers like she did here, or you can make them flat and just use it one at a time. Then you have the nesting rings that you can use as a wreath. And then you come along with all the twigs. I think I've made a bundle of this. I think I did. I've added all the bundles below. Okay, so this I made into a bundle, but make sure, if you already bought this last month, be careful, don't buy it again. All right, guys, so that's it. I know it's a small release, but it's amazing how even a small release can be so inspiring. There's that card Sarah did again with those leaves. So look at the total difference between those cards and using the same dies. Here, very simple. I would give this would be a great like neighbor card, or just someone that, I mean, it's beautiful for a friend, but someone you don't know very well, where you're not sure about their favorite colors or stuff. This is a great card. And then here, a little bit more work putting something together. I mean, what mom would not want this card, right? Yeah, very, very much so. Yeah, it's, I know I'm still making Christmas cards, and we're already coming out with spring and summer. Well, not summer yet, but spring things. However, that's just the way we have to do it, right? I know. Hopefully the German shops will have this set soon. Oh, well, they ordered it. Tell them, Sandra, get on them. All right, guys, did you have any questions, concerns, comments? What do you think about the 6x8? Are y'all excited about the 6x8? Doesn't really matter. Think it's a good idea. It'll work great for your 5x7s. Any? Hi, Bonnie. All right, guys. Well, we do have that new 6x8 size. Now, we're not going to release 6x8 in every stencil yet. We're starting out this month, and we'll see how it goes. If they sell well, we'll keep them around, right? If they don't, well, maybe we'll just do them on some favorites, you know. But I can tell you, we are going back and making some of my favorites from the past. Yes, they work great with 5x7s. I'm all about 5x7s lately. They're so much easier to get a whole scene on, right? All right, guys. Well, thanks for stopping by, spending a little time with me. I will be back tomorrow night. I have no clue what I'm going to do. I honestly don't know. I'm just getting back from vacation with my family, trying to unpack, and getting back into the swing of work. So I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. It'll be doing something. I know I'm not going to do the bookshop because Jen is doing this. I think Charlene might be. I'm not doing the bookshop for sure because I do know there's some other girls this month that are doing them. But let me know. Leave me a comment. Tell me something you do want to see. All right. See you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central, same place, same person. No dogs. Can you believe it? No dogs barking the whole time. You know why? They went to the groomers today. So they're all passed out in bed with Matt. I'm probably sleeping on my pillow, cuddling up with him because they're too exhausted. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a great evening. And if I don't hear or see from you before the holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, be safe, be kind. I used to always tell my students, make good choices. All right. Talk to you later, guys. Bye bye.